How to take pictures of volleyball, Part 1, revised 2025, July. What we will cover: safety, gear and exposure, planning, sample pictures, problems, and other. Caution, safety. If you are close around the court, you could get hit by the ball. A spiked ball is traveling pretty fast. If the ball hits you in the head, you could suffer a concussion. One of my students was looking down at her camera and the ball hit her in the head and she did suffer a concussion. Gear and exposure. On the left, this is the kits with specific lenses for the gym. Camera with a high max ISO of 25,600 plus. Lenses 17 to 50 2.8 discontinued. 24 to 70 2.8 primary on the court. 70 to 200 2.8 primary from the bleachers. 35 1.8 and 50 1.8 for the dim gyms. Exposure mode M manual 1/1000 of a second. Aperture wide open f2.8 or 1.8 depending on the lens. ISO auto or manual. Now on the right, this is with your kits. Camera with a high max ISO of 25,600 plus. The lens, the kit lenses 18 to 55 or 18 to 140. This is if you are using a kit and that's all you have. Exposure mode S, shutter priority 1/500 of a second, ISO auto. For more exposure information, please see the video on how to take pictures in the high school gym. We also go into setting the ISO manually. A section on AI noise reduction has been added to the gym video. Planning. So here are some ideas of where do I shoot from. The court floor is in the blue outline. The light gray on the top and bottom are the bleachers. So, for example, in the middle, the two circles, one on the blue, one on the gray. The blue one is on the first, maybe the first row of the bleachers. The bottom one on the gray, now you're up on the bleachers. So you're shooting from a higher position than the circle in the blue. From that higher position, you're shooting over the heads of player 2 and 3 to get player 4. Similarly, bottom right circle, you're up on the bleacher. You're shooting over the net to get player 4. Circle on the right, we're on the court floor. We're shooting the length of the court to get the server or player number 1. You need a long lens for this one because that court is actually pretty long. So your 17 to 50 won't quite cut it going that long. Circle on the top. You're up on the bleacher again. From there, you're shooting the server. Circle on the left. You're on the floor behind the server. So you're catching the back of the server. The game. The tunnel. Team introduction and greetings. Front row, low angle. This is where you also have to watch out for a spike being deflected to you. The front row. The back row. The serve. More serves from different angles. Problems. The net is a problem. Shooting through the net, we've successfully focused on the server. But in this case, the camera failed to focus on the server and instead focused on the net. So this is a failure. And this is one of the problems of shooting through the net. The camera could focus on the net rather than the player. Part 2 of the video will go into specific ideas on how to deal with the net. So after this video is finished, please go on to part 2. It's a player blocking your shot. So we're shooting the front row, but we're down at the first row of the bleachers. You can see the two girls between the camera and the spiker on the far side blocking your view of the spiker. So we go up the bleachers so we can shoot over the two girls between us and the spiker. Now we've got a straight shot at the spiker. Or we go to the other side of the bleacher and we shoot over the net. This one depends on the spiker being able to jump high enough that you can get a clear shot of the face. Be alert for other shots. Other issues. Time. JV is best 2 out of 3 sets, and varsity is best 3 out of 5 sets. The issue here is if you come late to the game may be over. For example, if varsity with 3 wins in a row, the game is over after 3 sets. They didn't get to set 4 and 5. So if you show up late, you may not have a game to shoot. The end. Please go to part 2 and please like and subscribe.